A very beautiful new tram. All in baby blue. Wait, let me pause that. There's even ads on it, isn't there? Look at that. Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another episode on Transport Fever 2 in the free mode. And welcome back to Badal with me, Spacefish. And well, if you guys remember, we were just building up public transport out here in Badal. In the last episode, we've already got a first line going here between the fuel refinery out here in Colburn and Badal Central Station. Now, question being, and I don't quite honestly remember if I already had a train going back and forth, but I think this may be it. Looking very much like it. Okay, so that's great. It is at the moment absolutely empty, and there is really not a lot of fuel lying around here. Now, the question being there, is that really more due to shipment percentages, or is it due to the amount of fuel that I have going in right here? Now, we do have this locomotive right here that I did just recently upgrade, but if you guys remember, we always have these struggles with actually getting the thing uphill, so maybe it's time to actually go for another upgrade. And that said, it's also a new tram. I want to have a look at that very, very soon. But first things first, let me have a look at this thing. We've got fuel Badal. This is not it, is it? No. So that's the fuel to the oil refinery. What I need is oil Colburn, this one. So we've got a rate of 400 on this thing apparently, which seems to be pretty decent, but then again, it does not actually seem like I'm actually fulfilling all the shipment frequencies on this. I'm really not sure about that, one way or another. Let's just edit the thing anyways, honestly. We have a capacity of 130 on this thing at the moment. I will be going for the A35 instead with the new tank cars. So, wait, actually, no, wait. We don't have money. You're out of money. You're officially out of money. That's a bit of an issue. So let me actually gain a bit of money first here in triple speed, and well, maybe look at other potential for optimization too. For example, these trains that we have going down here, are those PLM 220s at the very least? It does look like it, but look at this. We've got so much wooden planks actually being stocked up here. What is my frequency on this line? We have Wood Tools Colburn 201. Isn't this doing more of like 400? This is doing 400. And we're only able to ship 200. Maybe I should actually punch some money into this thing first before I do anything else. Let's do that, shall we? So, I am... what do we actually have here? We've got 400 of a production frequency, alright. And we've got... Wood Tools Colburn 329. Okay, so that thing is not quite optimal either. So, one way or another, first things first, I think I will actually take care of replacing these things, which I'm actually not quite sure I have the money for, I'll have to say. Do I need to do one after another? Edit, okay. So, let's see what that was cost us, right? We've got 140 capacity, only 50 kilometers an hour, which we can vastly improve on. I'm gonna get rid of all of these. All of them. And we would be shooting for 140 capacity with the A35 and the modernized flat cars right here. So, that would mean a lot of money that I don't quite have just yet. So, I'm going to speed time up a bit more, because that's a huge investment, actually. The investments are getting bigger, most definitely. I have to say, like, I was swimming in money like no tomorrow just a bit ago, but now it's actually, well, it's actually not looking that incredibly crazy anymore now that the costs are actually starting to pick up by a lot too. I mean, just look at this. We will need like $8 million to just modernize one of these trains, and to get two, that means like 16 million. 16 million. We've got 4 right now, so yeah, you guys see that there's a lot of work to be had right there, don't you? Now, while we're waiting for all this money, let's maybe have a look at this table chart right here and see, no, not the table chart, actually the lines is what I want to have a look at and see which ones are doing good and which ones aren't doing too good. We've got Fuel Badal, which is still making losses, but that's a very new one. We've got Fuel Colburn, minus 700k. Okay, no, that's just, it does look like all our lines are making very decent profits actually. Except for like a few public transport thingies or something, but I'm honestly not too concerned about those. What we can maybe do really quickly while we're waiting on some more money is actually looking at the trams right here and just modernizing away a bit. I think that's probably a good idea. Like, I'm honestly not even too sure we're hitting our... Whoa. Are we not even managing to get like all the people transported, or is that just people that newly arrived at the train station? I think it is probably the latter, but with that said, we definitely want to pay attention not to lower the capacity right here. So what I want to do real quick, I just want to have a little bit of a comparison. So we're using these things right now, and we've got these. Wow, which is crazy. It's got the same emissions, way higher speeds, and 10 people more capacity. I love that. Okay, so what we are going to do then, I think, is we're going to go to Darlydale Tram for a start. And, well, it doesn't seem like they're incredibly full or anything. It's just people amassing at, like, particular stations. So, I would say manage vehicles. I would, like... I think let's sell a few of them. Sell, like, 3. And then we have, like, 5... and we're going to double their capacity, so that means less emissions for the city, which is always a very nice point, because that means more acidic growth, and at the same time more capacity at a lot more speed. So, I'm going to sell these 3, I'm going to select all the others, and I'm going to replace them with these for $1 million. It's still a bit of money, but I think that is pretty fine. And look at these now! A very, very, whoa, very laggy, a very beautiful new tram. All in baby blue. Wait, let me pause that. There's even ads on it, isn't there? Look at that. I mean, that's German ads, but well, it's basically ads for a local newspaper. Isn't that great? I love that. And these things are now going a good bunch faster. They're going 40 kilometers an hour as opposed to 27. So I hope that means that less of these people will have to wait around and we'll wait for trams and whatever, because, like, look at that. It's just able to pick them all up at once. Isn't that great? I hope that is going to stay that way for a while now, and that we are actually good on that side of things. With that said, this thing is getting laggy. I have to say, the whole game's getting a bit more laggy. It's crazy. For this town, I think we'll just keep the standard trams for the time being. I mean, Badal is still very, very small. Where we should probably have a look is Colburn, though. So, Colburn is doing very fine. Colburn is actually doing very fine. Kind of unexpected, not gonna lie. I thought Colburn was gonna be a bit bigger by now or something, but apparently not. Can I see? Where would this be at? Badal, Colburn, food. Fuel line, woods, tools, passengers. I can't find the line right now, apparently. Darlydale tram. What's the tram called in Colburn? It's this purple line. No, that's definitely not it. Tram Colburn. There we go. Okay. Okay, so... Ah, there it was. Okay, I've got it. So maybe we can, like, sell 2 here again and just upgrade the others. That's what we're going to do. Just, you know, cut down on emissions a bit. And at the same time, just, well, make things a bit more prepared already for, like, further growth. With that said, I'm hoping that we are still actually in range of all these buildings, but I'm pretty sure we are overall, so fingers crossed that that is the case. Town is doing pretty great for all the resources it needs, so I am very happy about that. Now, Basingstoke, also growing more and more, and could also use some street upgrades, but those cost so much money. Just moving all these buildings about the place is absolutely insane, I have to say. Now, we've got all the supplies and tools. We don't obviously have the supplies for fuel yet, so maybe that's something to tackle soon. But for now, let me actually get things back up to triple speeds. It does look like we're overall doing good on public transport, so I'll do it like the same way that I did on all the other lines. Now I'll just need to find the actual color of this line, which is always a very hard task, but here we go. Okay, so basing stoke cable car. I'll follow the same suit. I'll sell one of them and I'll replace the other 3 with these things, and there we go. Okay, and that is another city update for public transport, and I think that is very fine for the time being. Now we've only got 8.9 million in the bank right now, which is not enough. Really not enough for what we want to do. Maybe I can look at different things to upgrade in the meantime. Or not. Thanks, game. I appreciate it. So, with that said now, let's actually go and manage the line, which was all the way at the bottom here, I'm pretty sure. We've got wood, tools, coal burn. And I am going to edit this thing. We were at 140 capacity. So, getting rid of all these things again. I wish there was a button to like delete all of them at once. That would be very nice. But anyways, I'm going to go for the A35. Going to go for these new things. I'm going to go to 140 capacity. And look at this. It's just easily coping with that performance right there. What are we doing? High 45, medium 80, flat 80. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? That said, I actually don't have the money for both. Just going to upgrade one then for the time being, but that's a bit annoying. So look at the difference right here. I think the flat cars should be a lot bigger. Yeah, look at that. Flat cars are a lot bigger, and that locomotive should hopefully be a lot faster too. I will look at upgrading the other one in a second when I can actually do that. Condition of multiple vehicles is very poor. I don't like that too much, I'll have to say. Are we transporting everything here? Not quite, but nearly. So that's great. Yeah, I'll need a bit more money. Would very much appreciate that. Let's say, look at the speed of this thing. Isn't that great? How much have I upped the frequency there with that change? Wood tools, Colburn? That can't be right. That can't be right. It's a bit weird. I don't quite understand how, like, these incredible speed changes don't really do that much for me in terms of, like, frequency. But what we can always do is we can just add a few more flat cars, I suppose. I'm going to just make this 200 capacity now, which is still very, very doable performance-wise. Obviously, still going to need to update the other one, which is going to be a little bit of work. But with that change, we're going to 244. Holy moly, we need a big train for this stuff. I mean, look at this thing. Like, just look at that, right? This thing is massive. And it's going at 80 kilometers an hour. And it's not even close to enough. Like, yeah, I will also need to upgrade my train station soonish. But like, look at that thing. It's probably like 5 times longer than the actual train station. Madness. Absolute madness. Now, with that said, I mean that these guys will be very happy about actually getting this much stuff in. But I'm not actually shipping all their tools, so maybe that's something I'll need to take care of soon. What other place needs tools? Is there any other place that needs tools? It's anywhere close. Oh, Dudley. Dudley and Ryde, but that's like pretty far. Maybe that's actually worth getting a train out there though. I would still require more money for that though, so like... Traffic situations and traffic jams can slow down urban growth. Okay, traffic. Where do I have traffic jams? Is it Darlydale? No. Is it Colburn? No. I'm not sure what traffic jams you're talking about, mate, but from what I'm seeing, we're doing perfectly fine. But yeah, so like Basingstoke will actually eventually need to upgrade the roads to avoid this urban growth slowdown thingy from happening, but well, that is gonna have to wait because I'm still lacking the money to even upgrade my other train right now. Now, with that said, I do still have this thing out here, right? And I would actually like to get some passenger transport going, so maybe we can get like a line going to Darlydale. That would be pretty nice, I think. So, what do we have? Where else would we want to go? Maybe like Leighton, maybe even like St. Mary. Like so. Okay. So I've gotten Bedell and Evesham, so I think like my furthest left train track right here, this one, would be the one that I would want to use for Bedell. So let's just get a train track up and running. Already designed that while we are waiting for more money to flow in, and you know, just spend some money while we're waiting for more. If that makes any sense at all, even. With that said, I would like to get this as straight as possible, so let's go somewhat like this for the time being. One building will be removed. Oh, sorry, building. Didn't really want to remove you or anything, but you know. And here I will actually need to leave one passenger train track open, right, that I would want to get going from Colburn. And maybe even like a second one? Would I need to keep like a second one open? I don't think so, to be honest. Or maybe I'll just keep a second one open for good measure, to be honest. Like, just to make sure we've got enough. I mean, we've got like another 2 that we can then use to go out to like St. Mary, Crawley, whatever, and like up here. So I think that's probably the way to go. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. This will be right here. Cool. So that is our new passenger train connection right there then. And I'm thinking let's get it going ASAP. Let's get a train depot out right here. Just like that. And connect that up with a nice and fancy train track. Yeah. And then I'll just need a passenger line. So I'm going to go to my line manager. I'm going to get a new line from Darlydale to Bedell. Oh, that was actually the wrong thing to click though. To Bedell, but like passenger. Oh man, no. Okay, let's just redo this just to make sure that we're actually doing the right thing. So from passenger to passenger. Then we will call this passengers are Darlydale to Bedell. Just like that. And then we'll just need a train for it. And then we can eventually also connect it to like Evesham or something, I think. Like that will obviously need a little more public transport and like an actual train station and everything. But for the time being, this will be the way to go. So let me get... I think we'll put another A35 on this thing. Just so it goes nice and quick. Because we actually have the 6-wheeler now, which goes 100 kilometers an hour. Did I actually upgrade this train with that? That's actually a good question. 14 people can actually take place in one of these. So I'll just get like 4 cars for that thing for now. I think that's pretty fine. And then we will assign this, spending all the money again. Then we will assign this to passengers Darlydale Bedell. And with that said, let me now have another look at this passenger train, because I'm pretty sure we're still running the old carts right here, aren't we? We've got a capacity of 88 right now, and we are running. We are even running the old train still. Oh boy, this thing goes 60. Well, we could be going 100. How much would it cost me to replace this one now? 88 capacity, right? So I want an A35. I want 6-wheelers. Could go for something like that. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, cool. So that thing is going to go a lot faster now, which is going to be great. I'm wondering if at that speed I will still need as much capacity, but like, I'm pretty sure that eventually passenger transport is going to get amped up more and more and more. So, you know, we're probably fine on that side of things. And geez, just look at how the game's actually starting to lag a bit with like all these things going on. It's actually mad. But yeah, I mean, look at that. There was only like 65 passengers still. So it's quite a lot. And look at that thing. Look at the speed of this now. I love it. We're actually getting somewhere with the speed of these trains, aren't we? Just look at this thing. Can we actually, you know, get ourselves far enough to the left to spy into the passenger cabins? I would like to try that. But look at this camera angle. This is honestly a pretty sick picture. I already feel that's going to be my Instagram shot for this episode, by the way. But yeah, look at that. We can actually spy into the passenger cabins. Hello, people. How are you doing this very fine day? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Well, that thing out of the way, though. Let's get things back up to triple speed, because I'm already out of money again. So I'll just keep this running a bit faster and hopefully make some money back. And look at the amount of people out here. Jeez, I mean, good things that we've got these big cable cars that also go quicker now, because, like, passenger transport is a huge business out here. It really, really is. But, you know, with that said, it's like 2 trams right now, and, like, the thing's empty again. So it's honestly not that bad. I think we're doing pretty fine on that side of things for the time being. Okay, now, yeah. I need money. Oh, what's this thing? That's actually looking so funky. What is that? I want to see what that is. Is that like a road vehicle, right? Let's see. Oh, that's actually so cool. Wait, that's a... Oh, that's a bus for transporting people around. Okay. It's very interesting. I mean, it's still high emissions, so I guess it would only be for transports in between cities or something. Or like, well, I mean, cities more like smaller villages or something, but... That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. Not really quite interesting getting that now, but certainly a cool little vehicle. But with that said, could I get some more money? I would really appreciate that. I will maybe look at my food frequencies real quick here, because I am making a lot of money of those. As you guys can see here, we've got one with a rate of 243, we've got one with a rate of only 152 actually. So, maybe we can change something about that, because that are actually still PLM 220 trains as well. So we would have some upgrade potential there. Question being, okay, so why is this train that overbuilt? I don't need a rate of 243 when... Where is that train at? Is it this one? Because I think I could just sell a few of these carts, to be honest. Make some money back on that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to sell like 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Boom. How are we doing for frequency now? 223. Still very fine. I'm going to give it a bit of buffer, so I'm not going to totally sell everything, but I think that makes sense. Now with this thing, though, I think we should edit it. So, we're at 200 capacity right now. I'm just going to get it back up to that capacity for the time being with, like, a modernization. And then we can just have a look at, like, what the new frequency is and if we need to add more. So we would need an A35 here. And I would like to go for the new gondola, the big one. Perfect. And we want 200 capacity. That's going to be a lot of money, isn't it? Maybe we can just go for 160 for now. Do the rest a bit later. I know, guys. I just downgraded it instead of upgrading. I'm sorry. But, I just don't have the money right now. What do I say? With that said, where are we at for frequency now? 121, yeah. So that definitely lowered my income on that route for a second now. But I will be upgrading that with a few more train carts in just a second to make sure that we can actually get to where we want to go with this train. But like, geez, I'm spending so much on these train upgrades right now. I'm not even expanding the rail network that much right now, right? I'm really just mainly expanding my, well, not expanding, but upgrading my trains. So, crazy stuff. With that said, I'm going to get this thing up to like 240 capacity right away. And that should be a good bit of a life changer. Let's see. Grain. Yeah, 186. So that's a lot better. We'll need another 1 or 2, which is crazy. So, yeah. Thanks. If we can. No, we can't. Okay, let's just keep it at that for the time being. That should most definitely make us more money when we earn another. Now that's inflows of 400, which is definitely more than this guy needs, but I I'm still going to make a lot of money from that. I mean, look at that. Like, each of these trains gives me like 2 mil or something. They are getting too long for the train station yet again right now, but still a very nice source of income. So just expanding these things, I think, does make a big bunch of sense. I mean, look at that thing. That was even 4 million, because that's from further away, and we're still not done on that side of things. So, well, very nice, very nice. Now, we've got a bunch of money, so I am going to go and add, like, 4 more gondolas on that thing, and that should get us to the desired frequency right here. We're actually way above the frequency now. I'm confused. Ah, God. I think maybe it just accounts for the additional speed of the train a bit later. Is that maybe the issue? I think that may be the case. Why I'm kind of not 100% on top of the frequency matching game right now. But with that said, sold another 2, and that should be very fine. And look at the difference in speed between these trains. It's absolutely mad. I mean, this one's going like nearly double the speed. Actually, no. This one should be going... No, this is going 50, right? Due to the constraints in the car speed. So, yeah. Absolutely mad right there. Absolutely mad. And with that said, got another 4.53 million. Wow. So it's a lot of money that we're paying right now to maintain this network, which is honestly getting pretty big. Well, I have to say that, right? It is getting pretty big. There is still a lot of stuff to work on, but we are surely getting somewhere. And look at that. Heavily loaded, have a train filled with at least 250 cargo items. So that's our first train with more than 250 units of cargo in it. Isn't that mad? Now to 7.2 million. I'm getting very close to what I need to upgrade this other train. I would like to take care of that as well. So let's go to manage the vehicle already. Let's just adapt it to what the other one is. So this one has 200 capacity, so this one that would be my goal for this train as well. So let me get rid of all this stuff, and let's get a A35 on this thing. Let's go and add a good bunch of capacity until we're at 200, and that costs us 10 million. Yeah. Not quite the amount of money we had standing there in the first place, isn't it? It's a bunch more. That is a bunch more than it was before. Let me get rid of that window right here. Maybe we can have a quick look. Where are my food trains at? If my grain train is going to arrive soon, that would mean I would have the money for that. Yeah, there it is. It's coming. So once that thing has arrived, I'll have the money to upgrade that train, I'm pretty sure. Because we were making like 4 mil off that thing before. Really actually interested to see how much we're making now. Let's see. Holy moly, 6.3 million through one train. Absolute madness. Now, with that said, these trains are now as... okay, that was an autosave. I was kind of worried there. But these trains are now going at the same speeds. Why are you not full? That's a bit worrying. Are you that much faster, or what's the point here? No, Wood Tools, Colburn, we're at 288 of a frequency right now. We should be making 400. Why is this thing totally empty then? It's just the amount of shipping. Yeah, okay. So it's just the shipment percentage that still needs to go up. But with that said, guys, I think that we have had a lot of work on this stuff this episode. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. And I do hope that next episode we will have a bit more budget left over to finally do a few more train tracks. Again, this episode was obviously focused a bit more on actually modernizing the fleet, because we do have a lot of that stuff still to go, but I am going to try next episode actually get a few more train tracks laid down again as well, to increase the ever growing size of our train network. I mean, look at this. This absolutely looks crazy from above, right? That's a lot more busy than it used to be before. But with that said, guys, as always, I do hope that you guys did enjoy this episode. And if you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you're new around here and did enjoy this episode and would like to see you around for more of my content, also definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell icon right next to it, to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. And with that said, guys, as always, I would like to thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.